So
Doesn't matter.
So Jen knows and Kat knows.
Yes.
And Kat is my little queen.
Yeah.
Jen knows and sleeps in it for 3 days, and then he gets sick.
Can we have a dialogue about, did he get sick from the jizz? Did he get sick from it?
From amoebas in the bed?
Did
Probably.
he? I don't know. We need someone to weigh in and let us know. But he gets sick. Poor guy.
No.
Listener discretion advised. Adult language and mature content.
Alright. Hello, everyone. Halo. You can try it again. Hi, everybody. It's two queens, one screen. I'm Jen.
I'm Keeley. None of us are Halo.
No one is Halo.
That was amazing.
Perfect start. We have a whole plan that we are going to start. That's the way we're going to start the episode. We're going to start, as you said, in the gutter and just slowly pull our way out of it. Got 3 shows today. We're going to do Valley. We're going to do Love Island finale.
Yes.
And we are going to talk the boat show, as in Below Deck Mediterranean with Captain Sandy. And yeah, I think having a rough start is actually perfectly indicative of how this whole episode's going to go, because it can only go up from here.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
It's going to go great.
What is happening?
So we're going to start with the Valley. And you and I both rewatched it again today.
Yes.
And this one suck ass.
It's rough. R-U-F-F again. Rough.
Yeah.
There are really no words. I really want it to be over. I will say this again. I really want it to be over. And blessed be, we have another episode next week which is Jasmine and Melissa's pre-engagement or engagement party.
Yeah, I think Brittany's throwing an engagement party.
I'm really hoping that's the last episode before the reunion.
It has to be, because they do like a big party. I have to say, after this episode, I am most interested to see what happens with the reunion, because I feel like we started the Valley season 1 and we were all like, oh, holy shit, we love Kristen. Kristen Doty's got her shit together. Look at how grown up she is. We love her so much. And she is on like a full spiral. And I know that she is dealing with postpartum shit. I know that she is dealing with a very difficult partner right now. And a lot of, so we're going to give her a little bit of grace, but she does a lot of shitting on the people who she used to say she was closest with. Brittany, Zack, Jasmine.
And she lies to their face.
When she lied to them at Danny's, there's no timeline. There's no linear
just jumping in
bit to this conversation. So just a heads up. When she lies to everybody about what she said, and even Nia is lying. She's like, I've never said anything about you. And I love the producers. They're giving them the villain edit, I think, after trying to make Danny and Nia and Kristen the like rulers of the show and kind of taking it slowly away from Brittany.
Yes.
Which I would be totally fine with. But they're suddenly getting the villain edit because I think they've just been backed into a corner at this point.
They deserve the villain edit. Absolutely deserve it. And I don't remember if Andy makes them watch the show back like he does with the Housewives before the reunion. So I know Andy's going to bring it up with Kristen or Brittany or whomever, but definitely Kristen, and say, right, this is what happened. You didn't say that. And I'm just curious to see if Kristen will watch it before the reunion and what she'll say. I don't know. I really, I don't know. I'm not happy with her
No.
I'm really upset at her.
And I want to be just on her side, but she wants to be the bulldog. And this is her MO. It's been pointed out. She's been this way since Vanderpump, the beginning of Vanderpump. And it's a very black and white thinking.
Yes.
She has the good guys and the bad guys. And whoever side she's on at that point, they can do no wrong.
Yeah.
And then everything else, everybody else, if you step out of line with them a little bit, she's going to go after them.
I know.
And that fucking sucks.
Right. Right.
I don't know. And does Danny and Nia, are they really worth all of this?
Oh my God, no. No, people are saying they would rather see Sheena and Brock. That is a level of scrounging around in the muck. Yeah. When you're saying I'd rather see Sheena instead of Danny and Nia. Holy shit, people. I mean, I kind of am there also. But
I don't think that they're ever going to get Sheena back on this show. Because I don't think Vanderpump would ever accept that, right?
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening. But I do feel like I don't understand why she's riding so hard for them. I do. I mean, I do understand why. But from an outside perspective, I'm hoping that, like, maybe she reassesses, but I don't know if she can.
Yeah, from a viewer's point of view, it's really hard to watch. Right, because we have more information, just like with Love Island, right? We have more information than these people do, and it's really difficult to watch. And so I get it. And like you said, Luke is not helping her situation, their dynamic, their relationship, any of it. He's just not helping. He just is getting worse. He's getting worse, people. I'm sorry. I'm not a Luke apologist. I'm not on his side. I'm disappointed in Kristen, but I will be on her side when it comes to Luke and the baby. I just will. You know, it's different. I'm going to say it out loud. It is different for a mother and it's different for a father. It just is. And it takes time, I think, for a father to have that mindset that a mother almost automatically has with their child, right? He's trying to get into this routine with her, trying to get to know her, trying to get to know what to do for her, how to do these things, what each of these things, when she does them, what they mean, right? Mm-hmm. You know, the sleeping and the eating and the crying and the pooping and the waking up and all of the things where, you know, mothers just kind of know and they just go and do it. And, you know, it takes fathers time, and he is not letting time pass to be able to learn and educate and just attacking Kristen constantly.
Well, one of the things that he said, and I'll validate him and I'll say, you know what? When he's like, every time I say the stuff that Kristen says fucking sucks. And I 100% can go, oh, that's hurtful. When she's like, you don't understand the baby. You don't really love us. Like, the baby isn't bonding with you. Like, she'll say some cutting, awful shit that's unnecessary. And then she doesn't really totally back off and apologize for it because she's like, well, I was upset at the time. I get that is hard to be with 24/7. However, she was like this before she had the baby.
That's what I'm saying. She was like this before.
Yeah.
Not excuses, people, but this is who she is.
For him to be like, I just want to be back to like it was before when we were, you know, passionate and making out and flirting and
blah, blah, blah. Not going to happen, dude.
That's maybe eventually. I mean, I'm there with my husband right now. I have 13-year-old kids that don't need me every 25 fucking seconds. Yeah. I'm also unemployed, so I have very little. I have all this bandwidth right now to be fun and flirty.
Right.
Do you know who doesn't? A brand new fucking mom.
Right. Where
who also is traveling internationally.
Get to go to bars and stay out all night, Luke. She doesn't get to take and sleep in, Luke. It is all of the things you get to do. Take a shower every day, probably, Luke. Mm-hmm. Right? She doesn't get to do those because being a mom doesn't stop. It's 24 hours, 7 days a week, all the time, unless you have a partner that goes, I'm getting up. This is what I'm
100%.
doing these things. I'm doing these things. Not looking at her going, I'll babysit and have all these weird buzzwords. I'll do it for you, right? No, you're going to do it because why is it just my job automatically? It's not. And so he's not stepping in. He's not helping her. And you just get to a breaking point where you just can't take it anymore. And I don't like everything is turned around about him, right? They're on the boat. She goes to him and says, this is what Jesse and I had this conversation about. You telling Jesse, right, that if things don't change, we're not going to get married.
Which is what he said.
It's just what he said. But he turned it around and made Jesse the villain. Jesse just said what you said, dickhead. Like, it is not Jesse's fault. I don't believe in that at all. You said it. If you don't want it repeated, don't fucking say it. And don't say it to Jesse, asshole.
Of all the people to say that to.
Right. He's going to tell Kristen. But everything is about him. Kristen, I can't this. And Kristen, you do this. And Kristen this. And Kristen that. She feels like garbage. And a partner looking at her going, you're doing X, Y, and Z wrong 24/7. I can't open my mouth for anything. Makes her feel like more garbage. Makes her feel worthless.
I mean, he literally then, of course, like, it seems like they're making a little bit of headway in this conversation. He goes, it's like you finally understand that I also have feelings, which that's been nice. And it was just this so shitty. And he immediately apologized and he's like, I don't know why I said that. But it's like, we're spending all this time on a fucking international vacation with all of these people where the whole point of the vacation is getting drunk and doing something wild every night because it's everyone's birthday.
Yep.
But you've also done this with a baby. You've also done it with someone who doesn't travel well.
Yeah.
And no one wants to actually do this. Can we talk about that also?
Like travel?
No one wants to be at this thing. This whole thing, no one is like, I want to do every part of this. No one is really enjoying the whole thing. There's bits and pieces that it's like, oh my God, like Michelle had really a lot of fun at the gay bar. And then she came back from the boat looking incredible. But no one's like having an awesome time.
Right.
You know? No one's really feeling comfortable, relaxed.
Yeah.
Like, this whole thing is so much work. And I think that's a big reason why it's not resonating for a lot of people. Because it's just, and So the other issue I have is with this Luke bullshit is he did go to Jesse, who's the wrong person to go to. Jesse is like right next to Janet in the shit stirring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we will get onto Janet in a moment, and I'm going to justice for Janet in a second. But she is a shit stirrer. That is her thing, which makes her great for TV. And why Jesse's great for TV is because he went and he's going to go blab it.
Yes.
And he's going to do it like he's like a friend. And he's going to do it also like he's a goddamn expert.
Oh,
You're dating a girl who doesn't like you. And you're hanging out with your ex-wife who you've made fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Like, you are a walking failure of relationship. And you're going to go be like, hey guys, wise old owl here. Let me tell you about marriage and what having a child does. And a broken clock is right twice a day. He's correct. Like, having a baby doesn't make any marriage better.
Never.
Doesn't make it easier.
Never. No.
I know a lot of people are like, oh, you feel so much more connected.
No.
Absolutely
more separate. Absolutely two different islands. Yes. No, sir.
Even with, and I had my husband, bomb-ass partner. He's an amazing dad. He was up. We had twins, so it was zone defense anyway.
Yeah.
But, like, Matt's not a loser. Matt was, like, really in it, on it, still to this day is, right? And was trying for our relationship to have children. It was really, really hard because life with brand new kids is really, really fucking hard.
Right.
So no one have a baby to try and fix things because it never fixes things.
Baby Band-Aids never, ever work. No matter what age, no matter what part of your relationship, no matter how many years you've been married, it doesn't work, ever.
And that's unfair to the baby.
It is unfair to the baby, but I'm tired of listening to Luke bitch and moan. I'm tired of it. People, I don't even know what episode this is, 30 millionth episode. And almost every person on the show has come to him and said, this will pass. Kristen is really struggling. She's trying to figure out. She doesn't mean half the stuff she says. Every single person. And he's still acting like a boob. And he's just emotionally immature to me. And if he didn't know what he was signing up for and being in a relationship with the Kristen Doty, jump off a bridge, please. I mean, come on, sir. Come on. You have got to know what you're doing.
Here's the other layer of that. There are a lot of women like Kristen Doty, right? But you go into it and you don't know. She was on TV. It was documented for a fucking decade.
Right. Yeah.
So if you want to claim ignorance of like, she's intense, she's going to fly off the handle. And also they were doing it. Season 1, she wasn't even pregnant. And she's screaming that Jesse's cheating, Michelle is cheating. And like, she was that way. He saw it.
Yeah.
So to pretend like he wasn't prepared for her to maybe not manage this while maintaining being emotionally regulated the whole time.
Yeah.
Is dumb. And also he is still wanting to go out and go drinking and like, I just want to go out and have drunk and I'm just going to sleep in one. And it's like, fuck off.
Right. No.
Fuck off. No. Fuck off. Done with Luke. Jesse fucking sucks. I do love Lacy though.
I love Lacy. I love Lacy and Michelle's conversation.
Oh my God.
It got me teary-eyed. I wanted to punch the TV after Lacy was telling Jesse, let's just take a step back around Michelle. And he goes, she needs to, grow some fucking balls. Or he said something really disrespectful about her. And she's like, don't ever talk to me and say that to me again. Those are the things that I love about Lacy. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
But that talk, her and Michelle, I loved it so much. It was so wonderful to see. It's so nice as a viewer to watch that. That has got to be incredibly difficult to do.
Both of them.
Incredibly difficult, yeah.
Both of them. I think for Michelle to go in and be like, hey, we've had a really rough start.
Yeah.
And then you could see her start to get really emotional.
Yeah.
And Lacy's like, you've had a rough go of it. Like, just immediately open and like, here, I'm giving you the floor to be okay here. And she doesn't have to do that.
She doesn't. She doesn't have to talk to her at all.
Not have,
Nope.
And in the real world, you don't have to.
Right. Right. You don't have those conversations. Yes.
So I do love that gave them a venue for that. And I do love Lacy's commentary on everything. Mm-hmm. She's just fun and pleasant, and she dresses like a hot young Kathy Hilton, and I'm into it.
Wonderful.
Totally into it. Michelle, I feel like I was whatever about her.
I know. I think you almost, as far as didn't like her for a while.
I didn't really like her.
And I was like, no, I like her. I
just felt she was so flat. And now I realize.
It was him.
It was him. Here's the thing. I am, and this, we'll just say blanket statement. I'm comfortable being wrong. I will say the wrong things. I will think the wrong things. And then I will learn.
Yeah.
And evolve as I get more information, and my opinions will change. And I think I'm not, maybe I'm a flip-flopper, but I think it's also important that I can change my perspective.
No, you're right.
And just be nicer to me in the comments. That's all I'm gonna say about it. No, really, I think that Michelle, like, now we are seeing this evolution of Michelle where she's just coming out of her shell.
Yeah, she's funny and outgoing and kind and loving and charming and beautiful, and please take your clothes off some more. I mean,
oh my God, I loved it.
Wonderful. Yes, wonderful. Like, she's all the things I knew she was behind everything that was going on, behind the Jessie shit show that she was trying to navigate through. The whole Danny thing, right? Danny confronting her about a non-issue, right? She's like, I never said that. That's not what I said. I'm sticking up for everyone else. It's what was it? Maybe this is not the right way to use it, but when you say hyperbole, right? She was saying everyone. I was sticking up for everyone, not for me. It wasn't for me, right? Mm-hmm. And that whole bullshit. Like, I love she's able to do that and not afraid of Danny. Like, nobody's afraid of Danny, but just she's able to look at him and go, no, that's not what happened. It's not what I said.
Well, and then she was like, yeah, no, you and I are good. She's like, I'm friends with everyone, so I want to help this situation.
Right. I want it to be more comfortable. Yeah.
Here's where that's coming from.
Yeah.
And the Danny and Nia, like, what they're doing is every time someone's like, can we just hash this out to move on? Because they sit there and they grumble about it, and then people are like, then let's address it. I feel like Michelle tried to do that better than anyone else did.
Yes.
And he's like,
agree.
Well, Jesse's also a drunk. How come no one yells at him? And she's like, well, because he doesn't. She could throw
say
Jesse
the word.
Under the bus.
Right. She didn't say the two words that Janet used. She didn't.
She said he doesn't act like that. He doesn't
do what you did.
What you did.
Yes.
And then he just breaks down, and that's also when Nia like sees it and comes running over. Mm-hmm. And that I thought was a very interesting
and she is
thing.
Absolutely right. Everybody in that group can get shit-faced and wasted and blackout drunk, vomiting on the floor, and they don't know where they're at or what day it is, but they're not doing what Danny did. This, what you called it, this whataboutism that everybody is doing to, weaponize everybody's feelings or everybody's reactions to what Danny is doing is not okay at all. It's not the same thing.
They're
not
both
the same
pointing
thing
the finger
at all.
I mean, and then Kristen is joining in on it, being like, oh, well, who really needs to curb their drinking is Zack, Jasmine, Brittany. They're the real ones. And you're like,
what are you talking
about? Do you know what Brittany
about?
hasn't done?
Right.
Sexually assaulted anyone. Do you know what Zack hasn't done? Actually, Zack probably has, but it's always consensual. Like, he's looking, like he's asking first. Jasmine, I haven't seen Jasmine out of control once.
No, not at all.
I've seen Jasmine drunk.
Right.
We've seen her drunk on the show. We haven't seen her acting out of pocket.
Right.
Same with Jesse. Jesse gets aggressive and pissy. He's that way sober.
Right. 100%.
No one has felt uncomfortable around Jesse when he's drunk.
No one got physically touched. Like, touched on the show. Except Danny touching Jasmine and Melissa.
Yeah. And I had been a real proponent of he's apologized. He talked to them. He apologized. He went to a counselor. They went to marriage counseling. He did this thing in church. And I was like, we need to chill out. And I was backing him on this.
Yes,
and
I did too.
Looking back, and I think,
and that's what we saw, right? We backed him. That's what we saw. We saw Nia struggle with it. We saw Danny struggle with it. And we saw Janet, attack dog, get the villain edit, which I just want to say out loud, I am not a fan of Janet. I'm not a fan of Danny either.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I can still say, Janet was right also, even though I don't like her, right? Even before all of this Danny stupid stuff, the last 3 seasons, I didn't like her. And that's okay to not like somebody. But I can also say, right, she was right. And we learned more about her actions and why she reacted the way she did or said the things she did also, to put it into context. But go back to Danny and Nia. No, you and I were definitely apologists for that. And I said last week and the last couple weeks in a row, I'm over feeling sorry for Nia. She goes in and fucking starts this shit and stirs the pot, starts these conversations, or gets Danny going on purpose. Gets him going on purpose. Yeah. And literally none of these friends have uttered a word, including Janet. Janet has not done a single thing wrong. She's just existing and breathing the same air. But they start this shit and then point over at Janet. And I don't agree with that. I can see it with my eyeballs.
Yeah, no, it was so clear at Zach's birthday night.
Yes.
That Nia, literally sits there and, like in the cartoons where they light the, what is it called? The wick.
The wick.
And it's, kind of, until it explodes, right?
Yes.
And we just watched it happen. We watched it happen. And then she's like, no, it's their fault. But you need to be careful because look what they're doing to you. And it's no one said shit.
Right.
About Danny.
No one said that he can't move his hips. No one said that he can't dance. She said all of that. And gets him going and riles him up on purpose. I don't feel sorry for her when this is the dynamic she's got going on in her house. No, ma'am. No.
I think she uses everyone else as a foil for her to hide her own contempt for Danny with.
Sure.
The things she doesn't like about Danny, she's they don't like that you're doing that. So I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah.
They're so annoying, but let's not even engage. And you're like, it's her.
Yeah.
We watched her do that. Here's the crazy part. I don't even know if she's totally conscious in the moment. You think so?
Yes.
I'm wondering if, because, how much of this is her past of having, such a destabilized childhood, right? Having this nuclear traditional family, super important. She's going to hold on, with her, white knuckling it forever for this. I'm wondering if it's a survival mechanism to she's trying to reinforce what she needs. Part of me I don't totally think she gets that she's doing it. I don't think she totally understands the full, is it manipulation? She's being manipulative? I don't know how conscious she is of the manipulation that she's doing.
I can get behind that. Sure. I see what you're saying.
And at Danny's birthday dinner, when she's like, Daniel, look at your wife, and she's getting in his face.
Right. All of that is so bizarre to me, but there was a therapist on TikTok that said she's fawning. This is what she does as a fawn response. And I never really understood what that meant until they explained it, where, I think of a fawn and you think of this doughy-eyed, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. Look at me. I'm just this innocent little thing, where she is trying to, how did they put it? She is trying to put forth the good faith effort and this face mask of how their relationship is supposed to be, right, to the outside world. of, you know, this therapy speak, and we have all this communication, and I'm just checking in with you, and all of these buzzwords and these trigger words. And that is a response to him, right, being out of control and talking to her poorly, right? When she pulls him aside and they finally walk away and he goes, "Don't talk to me to heighten me." Holy fucking shit. If Steve looked at me and ever said, "Don't talk to me to heighten me," that I would leave the relationship immediately. But what that tells me with Danny and Nia is that he is an angry, angry person in their home. And when he does get angry, he blames it on her. He doesn't take responsibility for his own actions and his anger, and lops it onto her and says, "You made me angry. You made me punch a wall or throw this box," or whatever he's doing at home. That was a huge insight for me as a viewer for their relationship when he said that. That was so disgusting.
That was really rough. Rough. And then also watching him, I mean, there were little flickers of that even when he was like fine, like his birthday trip on the beach. Yeah. Do you remember watching the moment where they are like pretending, the men pretending to walk out of the water, and Jesse's like, "Do I look like Daniel Craig in the 007 movie?" Yes. And then Jesse does it, and then Daniel does it, and then they all like, Jesse like teases him. And Daniel goes like, no. Like, he does not have a sense of humor about himself. And me saying that, if he were to hear that, he would go, "That's insane. I'm so funny. I'm so goofy." Think about when they had their housewarming party and he was doing the voice the whole time.
Yes.
He has to be this very rigid version of himself. And when people don't respond to that the way that he's expecting, he gets so irritated and frustrated with it.
Yeah.
And it, like you were saying, like, it's this mask. I think he is wearing a mask.
Yes.
So much of the time.
Yeah.
And it is a performance.
Yeah.
And it's I think that's why everyone is uncomfortable. It's vibes, right? Like, there is this feeling of like inauthenticity of him and how he behaves. That I think even without him touching people, there's like a vibe there where people are like, "I just don't feel like you're not being real." And I'm not saying that everyone has to put themselves, be totally vulnerable and put it all out there all the time. Right? I don't think so. Do you know who doesn't? Jason. I wish all the guys would just break their knees and not be on the show. Thanks, Jason. And Jason, wonderful. I think, is like the one guy on the show that I'm like, he is a really good dad. I think Jason is a really good husband and a really good dad. Maybe a bad friend. Maybe this group is not right for him. But like, I feel like he's one of the more authentic people. Whereas, and even Jesse, at least Jesse's a weirdo. But when he's putting on a show, he has a sense of humor about himself putting on the show.
I think as a viewer, you can tell the difference. You can tell the switch with Jesse. Anyway, I think I can.
Yeah.
But you can't with Danny. And that's what makes him a little bit dangerous, is you can't tell with Danny. And the other thing I was thinking about also is Danny he talks to the men and the women completely differently.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can make whatever conclusion you want with that statement, but I, as a viewer, am watching him speak to women differently than he speaks to the men. And all of these people are supposed to be friends. Let's not forget that, right? Doesn't matter the gender. Are you my friend? Right? You know, you talk to that person, friendly as a friend with compassion and kindness. He doesn't put that out there with the women like he does with the men anyway.
I felt like his conversation with Michelle, he was addressing something with Michelle. The tone that he had with her was very similar to how I would talk to one of my kids' friends. Like,
100%.
Hey, I see that, like, because I've had a lot of teenagers in my house lately, and sometimes teenagers say the darndest things, and it's my house, so like we're not going to be disrespectful to each other. And so there have been times where I go like, hey, we're not gonna talk to each other like that. Like, what's going on? Is there something that I should know about?
Yeah.
And I don't know if the word is condescending.
I don't know that parental for me.
It felt very like, I'm going to come down. I'll talk to you about it. I'm willing to hear you out. What's going on?
Right. You're like, wrong and I'm right, but you're still I'll give you 5 minutes. Yeah.
Like, do you have a big feeling? I'll let you talk about it, and then I'm going to help you process it, was the vibe.
Don't love it.
And it felt very instructional when she was like, I think everyone wants to be able to move forward. And he's like, some people can't. And he's trying to like guide her to that. And
yeah,
it's just, if someone comes in and says, I want to be peacemaker, your job is not to get them on your side. You go, I don't think I can do that. If you don't think you can do that, like, just do that. Be like, that has hurt me too much. I don't know that I can move forward.
Right. And he can't have the conversation. If you have a conversation, it should stay about the subject matter, not veer off into 87 highway lanes to loop around back to Janet's a bad person.
Yeah.
Is what they do every single time. Just like what you said, not everybody is good, or, whatever he said, but, and try and bring the conversation back around to Janet. And I really like Michelle. Michelle's like, she's trying really hard. These are the things that she's working on. She's working on these things. And he just loops it back, right? She's not apologizing to me. And the subject matter was about Michelle and what Michelle said, but he can't keep it there.
No. And I think the way that she was like, well, this is the point where we're not going to be able to move forward. He's like, I've never gotten an apology. How come? She's like, well, here's why. Here's where we're at with that. And we're not going to move forward. So it's like, do you want to keep doing this?
They do.
Just sitting here. He does. And he thinks that they're going to wear Janet down. And I think, so here, let's get to I'm a Janet apologist now. I am flip-flopper. Justice for Janet. I was wrong. And I think I can say that while also saying, like, Janet doesn't have to be anybody's favorite character. I don't think she's my favorite character. Michelle is. Which is crazy.
I think you like Janet more than I like Janet. We can just say Janet, that.
I see Janet. I see myself in Janet.
Okay.
I think that Janet is very witty. I think that she has handled the situations with Zack very similar to how I would have done it. I think that she's like, where she gets really messy is like the parts that maybe I don't like about myself, I would get that messy. And I like how she's managing it. I think that she's actually handled herself as best she can on this fucking vacation. This dumb
by herself, right? She doesn't have a spouse or a partner to give her a hug. I mean, she's got Lala. The girls are going to give her a hug, but you know what I'm saying, right? Her partner's not there.
Right. And so she also, I think, is trying to be respectful of everybody there. Like, I don't think she's there to try and like rock the boat. Literally, she's not going on the boat for Danny's thing. And when she stays back and has that conversation with Lala, all right, so this was super hard. So, and I am angry and not angry. I am disappointed in myself that she had to open up about her story of being assaulted, of being sexually assaulted, for me to understand why she has moved the way that she has moved.
Yeah.
Because the second that she opened up to Lala, and I know why she didn't say it in front of everybody.
Oh God, yeah.
When she opened up to Lala and told that story, everything suddenly made sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, fuck.
Yep.
I feel like such an asshole for having so much judgment on her and how she was behaving. Because, like, why is she like a dog with this? Like, it's Jasmine's story. Why is she jumping? She's overstepping her bounds because she was triggered. Yes. And I think that, Janet's been in therapy and she's working through this and it's suddenly starting to all come together for her. But the other part of this is that I think that most women, if not all, but I'm going to say most women, can say, I have a story, I have a situation that I was in where I feel like I was assaulted. Or it's like maybe they don't want to even accept to themselves like I won't go that far to say I was sexually assaulted, because it wasn't as bad as what happened to so-and-so. Other people have had it so much worse. I put myself in a weird position. It was kind of my fault because I had flirted with him. I shouldn't have been drinking, whatever. I think a lot of people discount for themselves, and I think that I think Janet had done that. And then I think when she saw it happen to someone else, she was subconsciously fighting for herself, that couldn't stand up for herself back when she was assaulted.
Well, I also believe that society, as women, we are trained, right, to always feel guilty. Always, we've done something wrong. We are always in the blame. It is always our fault for whatever it is. We're in the wrong. We shouldn't have been there. We shouldn't have been wearing that. We shouldn't have said that. We shouldn't have had a drink. We shouldn't have been going on a walk. And that is trained and indoctrinated in us. It was trained through my religion. I'm LDS. I have no problem saying that I don't go to church anymore, not because of the beliefs, but because of how I was treated by people in the church. People make up religion and how you're treated by individuals within that religion. And I was groomed to grow up to believe, right, a man is above me, I'm below them, right? Everything is my fault. I'm supposed to feel guilty for it. And so I think as a society, we just train, unfortunately, our girls into that kind of mentality. Yeah. And when something happens to us, we're not going to say anything because we know instantly we are going to be the blame for it. Instantaneously, we're going to be blamed for it. And we
blame ourselves. We now blame ourselves to blame ourselves.
Yeah. And so that's where Janet was. And she even said, up until a year ago, I didn't know what it was. My therapist had to tell me what it was. Yeah. And that has happened for a lot of women. And I think it's important to understand that sexual assault has a wide range, right, of what that means on the spectrum of, right, unwanted touching, right, Jasmine and Melissa's bottoms were grabbed, to full on, stranger abduction and rape and those kinds of things. There is a huge rainbow of that. And just because Jasmine's, bottom was touched or grabbed, she didn't want that contact. She did not consent to that contact. That is not something that she said yes to, right? And it doesn't make it the person that was stranger raped and kidnapped does not make that person less just because we said, sexual assault. We named both of those things sexual assault. And you have to work through that as individuals with your therapist and whatever that looks like for you. But I think you were about to say that in this friend group, you and I both agree that we feel like Jasmine has been lost in the conversation. Her friends aren't coming to her and talking to her about her about what happened to her. Yeah. Right. and asking if she needs to talk about it, asking if she's okay, asking if she needs anything, asking if she wants, to say something specifically. And it's hard as a viewer. I think these people are so-called friends and they're not seeing to their friends' well-being.
Right.
About it happened to her. And everything is about Danny. It's always
100%.
like that. And it is so upsetting that it's the perpetrator is made, to be up on this pedestal instead of the victim. Nobody wants to hear from the victim. And it's upsetting as a viewer to watch that. As a friend group, right? They're not addressing her with kindness and love as a friend group.
No. And she has reached out to Kristen, and Kristen's like, thank you for telling me that. I don't feel like Kristen absorbed any of that.
Absolutely not.
And I'm also willing to say Kristen is in the middle of a shit show, so it's probably hard for her to be a totally present friend in that way. We'll give her the grace of that. But also, Jasmine was direct. Jasmine did pull her aside and go, this fucking sucks.
Yep.
And the fact that Danny and Aniya are now even saying allegedly he did this.
Yeah.
What?
No.
That makes me crazy. And then when Aniya said that if Janet hadn't said anything about it, it never would have become a story
not even
line, and it never would have gone. That makes me so frustrated with Aniya. Because that's not fair.
Nope.
That's not fair to be like, it was, because the second that she says that, that's telling Jasmine that what Jasmine experienced wasn't actually a big deal.
It wasn't real. Yep. And it didn't actually happen. Right.
And like, we're fine. And the fact that it's still being litigated in this group. Yeah. Now they're going so far as Luke being like, well, none of us saw it or were there. What the fuck is going on?
What?
This feels like gaslighting. Like they're
absolutely
slowly turning the lights down.
Absolutely.
That is really frustrating to me. And I think that Lala calling it out is really nice. I think that Michelle trying to do it in a really diplomatic way was great.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated with myself for having to have heard Janet's story before giving more credence and validity to why she was behaving the way that she was behaving. Right. And right now, she's going, okay, I had to process this. And now I'm seeing, actually, maybe I didn't handle that well because I was putting Jasmine, I was replacing myself with Jasmine's experience, which is also not seeing Jasmine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But she's seeing it and she's trying to move differently. She then has that conversation lightly, without being direct.
Yes. With
Jesse. And this is where I go, Jesse sucks, but he can see the reason in it. And he's like, oh, she's like, yeah, I feel weird with Danny because I've been in a weird situation and here's the position that he put me in. I felt weird. I should be allowed to say I felt weird.
Right. She absolutely should be allowed to say that, especially in a friend group, not to strangers. But the context, you're losing it, right? When you're saying this and she's not doing it to strangers, right? She's saying it in a friend group. These are supposed to be friends. And I don't understand. But I was a little mad at Jesse's response where he was like, oh, now I can see what you're saying. If it was said like that, I could have understood it before. Dude, why don't you go and say that to the person you just shouted out? If you have anything bad to say about Danny, you have to go through me.
Oh
Are
my
you
God.
kidding? And now no one's listening and you're validating Janet? Like, dude, come on.
He did do it in front of the other women, which I'm glad. I'm wondering what next week's going to look like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen on this fucking show. I don't know how we move forward. I don't. And I say this about all of them, but genuinely, I feel like unless the reunion, everything gets cracked open, I'm not going to give another season a try. Although, did you see, not on this show, but related to this show, what's been going on with Jax?
Oh my God, yeah. Yes.
So he's sleeping with his publicist.
Right.
Probably. I mean, he's been photographed being very cuddly in a pool with his publicist, which there has been rumors about them for years. Like back when they were first married, years. I'm going to stab you with a dagger. Matt always makes fun of me because that's what Stassi said. Just like, poke your eyes out with a dagger. And so Matt says dagger all the time.
Years and years.
And years. The crunchy R's. So this has been following them around for a long time. Here's the problem is that publicist is also Brittany's publicist. And Brittany had been, and Jax had been like, absolutely not, of course not. She does an amazing job. She's so great. And now it's coming out that it's like they've probably been having this on and off affair. No one's shocked. Am I right?
Right.
But Brittany spent the last couple years of their divorce being like, it was never infidelity. It was never anything like that. It's like that you know of. But all of us were going that you know of.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's like, well, that was probably happening. And I guess that I think, and I don't know if this is for sure, allegedly, they picked cameras back up and Lala flies Brittany to Vegas to like party and process this new information. I don't know that that's like worth picking up the cameras for.
I agree. I don't think so, but whatever.
But we do need a different storyline for this season. So
whatever.
At least we'll have that.
And I just want to say that I'm not mad at Lala for any of these conversations that she had with Danny at all. Somebody in this group, needs to speak up. And
I love it.
When he squawked at her at the table and she goes, "You're talking to the wrong bitch, dude." Like, right. Nobody responds to him that has female body parts like that. Everybody cowers. No. Nobody says anything to him.
Well,
he's
and
just
no
fine.
one wants to alienate Nia.
Right.
Lala doesn't give a shit.
She doesn't give a shit, and I appreciate it. And her and Michelle, and I think Janet sitting on the bench watching everything happen, and they're just like, he just doesn't like people calling out his bad behavior. This has nothing to do with Janet. It's calling out his bad behavior. And they're totally right. They're 100% right. He just can't handle it. But again, we'll all go back right where they started. They all start. When I say they, Danny and Nia start this whole thing.
Well, and then Nia is trying to get him out of there and trying to redirect him. She's like, let's just go upstairs. He should be going upstairs anyway. He's the one that's been bitching about birthday sex the whole fucking day. Yeah. So gross. And we know he didn't get laid that night. And Nia's like, they're terrible people. They're terrible people.
Sorry, ma'am. Look in the mirror. I don't think so.
And Jasmine's like, who's terrible people? And it's like, and even Brittany's like, me? Are you talking about me? I'm terrible people? And it's like, Nia's so busy trying to manage him that she forgets she also is supposed to be Disney pageant princess.
Right.
And be friends with everyone that deserves it.
Right.
Other than the bad people. And she's like, it's too much. She gets overwhelmed. Frankly, that makes sense that she like has a whole meltdown.
Absolutely. It does. And I did not believe for 1 second Danny was crying on that couch in that confessional when he said, I just wanted to have a nice birthday and spend the night with my wife.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Were an asshole.
Because you spoke to her poorly. You spoke to everyone around you poorly. And then when she walked away, you didn't go with her. Life's about choices, dickhead. You didn't leave. She asked you to leave, and you didn't.
You aren't focused on, I just want to have a great birthday, and I'm so excited about our wedding anniversary. It was their 10th wedding anniversary. If you're focused on those things, you don't spend the whole time going, I hope Janet doesn't come. Did you tell Janet she can't come?
Oh my God.
Is Janet going to be at the dinner? Oh, Janet's over there. Do I make Janet uncomfortable?
Nia's responsibility to call Janet and be like, you can't come. Danny, it's your birthday. You call her.
And then they're like, I bet she's like, oh, I'm not going to go. And then she's like, I'm not going to go. And then they're shitting on the fact that she decided on her own not to go. What the fuck?
Right.
There's no winning. She can't win. There's no way that she can do this right. In their eyes. She should just stop trying. At this point, and I feel like she's tried to like go, let's move forward. I apologize for how I handled this. And she's apologized.
Right. Want to be in the same room with everybody and not be weird. Right. You know, just great. Yeah. No, agree. Again, I don't like Janet, but you know, I get behind, you know, she didn't do anything wrong and she's really trying. She's really trying. You can tell. You know what? I'll say it.
I like Janet, and Janet, I'm really sorry.
And that's okay.
I said I wasn't going to look into the camera. But I'm going to do it for Janet. Janet, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Janet. You were valid.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't handle everything amazing, but there's reasons that you weren't maybe as regulated as you would have liked to be.
Yeah.
And I forgive you, and I was wrong. Please forgive me.
There we go. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now I don't think we have anything else to talk about there. I think we're done.
I think we are done.
All right, let's move on to the things that I'm not going to look into the camera for.
Are you sure?
I have feelings. Love Island had its finale.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Before it had its finale, it had the food challenge.
Oh, which I did not watch. Well, strike that. Rewind. I watched the who was first. Who was first? I watched the first couple. I can't remember. The guy had to put mushrooms in his mouth and deposit them into the girl's mouth. I skipped through it. I skipped.
And it was like almost half the episode.
Can't. Nope.
I just kept going. I was like, I'm not going to watch it. I've never done that before. I have never fast forwarded through an episode.
Really?
Oh, I white knuckled it through all of last season. This season, I went, no. I'm not going to do it with the beans.
Oh, nope. I don't want to talk about it. I skipped through it. That's good enough.
Also didn't watch it.
Good enough.
Nobody likes it. Everyone's grossed out by it. Stop. It's lazy.
Oh, yeah.
Then let's see. We got rid of couples.
We got rid of two couples at the dinner table, right? Mm-hmm. They found out if they were going to be in the final 4 or not, because we had 6 couples left. And Kenzie and Dylan went home.
Mm-hmm.
Praise be.
Which makes sense.
If we had...
They're one of the newest couples.
Yes. And then Casey and TT went home. Mm-hmm. I will say, when they started at the opposite end. They started with Aniya and Carl. Mm-hmm. And then Bryce and Trinity were next. And then Melanie and Sincere. So those 3 were in the final 4. Mm-hmm. But I will say, when each of them found out that they were going to be in the final 4, the girls were getting up and hugging each other. Mm-hmm. Kayda did not get up and walk her 100-pound ass to the end of the table to hug those women. That rubbed me the wrong way. I don't like her. I haven't liked her from day one. I don't feel bad for her. I especially got activated when she was an entitled little bitch on the couch saying, you know, we've been together since day 3. Why are we in the bottom 4? Mm-hmm. I knew she was going to make it to the final 4, but you don't get up? You don't get up?
I don't know.
Didn't love it.
I didn't even think about that.
Okay.
But yeah, I can see it. I feel like in the interviews that we've seen since, of the Islanders, a lot of the Islanders will talk about how they're really surprised that people don't like Zack and Kayda together. And it's like...
And I will say this to that. They have come out of the villa saying, please don't bully them. We were in there with them.
Trinity did a whole thing for him.
They're a cute couple. We really believe they like each other. This is what my response to that is. The Islanders, did not see everything. We, as viewers, saw the 150 cameras around. You weren't in there. You didn't see them at bedtime when Zack told Kayda, I love you, and the next day immediately took it back. Trinity didn't hear that. Trinity wasn't in that bed and didn't see that. Trinity didn't see when right after Zack and Kayda were in the hideaway, the next day he says, if a bombshell came in, I'd probably go for her. Right? These are the things as a viewer of Trinity that we see. And ma'am, this is why we make these opinions.
I'm wondering how that's all going to shake out over time. I think the reunion isn't until
it's not for another month.
It's a ways away.
It's a long ways away, and I don't understand why it's so far away, but it's probably good. I just disagree. I'm hoping that maybe, they'll watch it back and they can see between now and the reunion, see what all the things that we saw, right? Where Zack is treating Kayda poorly. I mean, what did she do? Oh, when they voted for Gabriel to get dumped from the island, and Zack said, I'm not going to make you breakfast. I'm not going to make you breakfast the next morning. Yeah. That's the shit Trinity that we're watching.
And Trinity did call Zack out on multiple occasions. So I don't know. I'm wondering. So this is the social experiment that is Love Island. I'm willing to say a lot of these people are very young. This is a weird, secluded bubble of weirdness, right? And it's kind of like a vacation romance. Are we allowed to really put real standards of relationships on vacation romances? Well, they're taking them out, so we'll see. But also, the show's over. I don't really give a shit. Whatever happens after, it's the same thing that I say to my kids. If you're going to do something bad, you better be funny right after, or else I'm going to stay mad about it. If you're going to be an asshole, be funny at least, right?
Wow, that's some parenting. That's some good parenting right there.
Not ma'am. If you are bad. Okay, but if you make me laugh, it's going to soften the blow. And this isn't a rule for parenting. If they fuck up, they fuck up. There's consequences. But yeah, if you're if there's charm in it, you're going to get a lighter hand of it. Look at Gall. Fucking Gall and Jen.
I still don't like him. I don't. It's very cute. What they're doing is very smart.
He did an interview where he was talking about he posted a thing where all these people where he's brands and everything that are offering me free things. I don't want anything, but my DMs are open if you want to give anything to the girls that have been my social media team and working at the shop. He's such a good boss. And he went in and he was like, oh my God, the second that I got my phone and all I could see was the hate, was is this going to fuck over the ability for me to have a business and pay these girls who have been working the whole time that I decided to go? Did I just fuck everything up for them?
Yeah.
And I think he's a good dude. I think he sucked in this situation, but I think he's a good dude outside the villa. And I think he's got a great sense of humor. Jen, I was whatever about, and now I'm she's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
She makes me laugh. I am now, I was whatever about her, and now I'm huge fan. I think she's great. And the same thing with the previous seasons. Most of those people I have completely forgotten about.
Sure.
And the same thing is going to happen to these Love Islanders unless what they do outside the villa sticks out. Leah and her boyfriend, who I can't remember, Miguel.
Yeah. Yes.
They're doing brand stuff that's great. Serena and Cordell. Yeah. Oh my gosh, their brand stuff. Great. They are adorable. He just got a haircut and he looks so good.
Oh my God, right.
Right? I love his haircut.
So good.
I mean, obviously Rob. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, there's Rob. Yep.
Then there's Huda, who got herself in jail. And then we have fucking Sincere's family.
Oh, my God.
That's not even Sincere's fault.
Bless us.
His fucking mom. And then his dad, his real dad, came out. And you're like, go away. Go away. Shut up.
Yes, this is why Sincere acted the way he did in this bubble. 100%.
Oh, all I can think is, like, how you handle yourself when you get out is the real test. And it doesn't, because I think most of what happens in the villa, because it's so fucking weird, somebody called it sexy Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
I think that's funny. I think you can be forgiven for all of that. Or we'll just stop talking about you if you disappear, because we have a short attention span as viewers. But I feel like there's enough of this, like, weird behavior that, like, we need to see different movements. I need to see who ends up lasting together. And, like, if you don't last, that's not even a failure. No one's going to be mad at you. If any of these couples break up, no one's going to be like, no.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's totally fine. I don't know. I'm glad that Trinity and Bryce won.
Yes, spoiler alert, Trinity and Bryce won. And then Carl and Aniya came in second. Sincere and Melanie were third, and Zack and Kayda were fourth. Nobody is sad about any of that. But they forced us to pick two. If we could have just, or pick four. If we could have just picked two, right? Sincere and Melanie and Zack and Kayda would never have been there. But that's just my opinion. But we're also, you know, happy, and it's so wonderful and lovely. And that Trinity and Bryce won. I didn't vote for them. I voted for Aniya and Carl, but that doesn't mean that I don't like them, right? I knew that they were going to win. But I knew they were going to
win too.
Yeah,
and
but you and I voted the way I voted.
We're texting furiously back and forth, trying to decide who we were going to vote for.
Yes,
and I was like, I just love Carl and Aniya, and I think it was Family Day that really sealed the deal for me. But just like a close second on that, for me, was Trinity and Bryce.
Yes.
In the show, in the bubble. I think that they were great in the bubble. I don't think it's going to work outside the bubble, but if it does, fantastic. But I also loved Bryce's Family Day because Bryce's grandma was my grandma. Like, not...
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
So much like my grandma, Darlene. Who is gone. So, like, I loved her. And I love that then all the stuff comes out about her after.
Yeah.
Where she's, like a clinic, like, women's clinic.
Yeah.
Like, guard. Oh, my God. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
She's gross. And I say gross. That's not the right word. She is inappropriate with some of the things that she says. Grandma Darlene, my grandmother, would bring up my boobs as often as possible in front of Matt to make him uncomfortable.
Wonderful.
And he was horrified.
Yeah.
And we delighted in that because our family likes discomfort in others, and it's a little fucked up. But
I will say, I disagree about Trinity and Bryce.
You think they're going to work long term?
I think they will work long term. Watching them together, watching their body language, they literally cannot get enough of each other. I really think it's deep. I really think just because they live on opposite ends of the United States doesn't mean that it won't work out. When you want to be with someone, you figure out a way to make that happen. And I had still kind of feelings about their age difference. I was just like, oh man, but Trinity is so mature for her age. Yeah. I really think that they will work out in the long term. And I think that Carl and Aniya will work out in the long term. I don't believe the other couples will work out in the long term. I also disagree. I make up my mind about whether I like them or don't like them. And regardless of what they do outside of the villa, I could give a shit less. Like, I liked Jen in the villa. I liked her. I liked watching her. I felt bad for her. I think she got like the short end of the stick a lot of the time. And I like her outside of the villa. I'm not surprised that she's doing what she's doing with Gaul. I think it's super smart. I knew she would. It's so funny. I knew this was going to happen. I don't like Gaul. I liked him in the beginning until he treated her like shit. And that's fine. I don't like him. He can be a good boss and lovely to these employees, but I don't like him. I don't care what he does in the outside. I don't care that he says, send it to charity and give it to the monks and orphans. Who gives a fuck? I don't care. I don't like him. I disagree with you. Like Zack, I don't like. Kayda, I don't like, but I'm still going to watch what they do on the outside. On the outside is not going to change if I like them or not. On the outside, Kayda has, from what I've read, blocked everything on Instagram and all of her DMs, and Zack is not, right? Like, this is what we all knew he was going to do that. I'm sorry, Kayda. We knew he was going to do that. Like, she needs to wake the fuck up. I think Melanie might wake up. I don't know. But Sincere the boy is digging himself a hole. As viewers, we all watched and knew and could feel the icky energy and vibe coming off of him, and the liar and the cheater and the manipulator and the backstabbing and all of this gaslighting. And clearly he grew up in a misogynistic home, right? We are watching that. We're watching that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what he does on the outside because I know it's going to be bad. I know it's going to be bad.
I'm genuinely stressed for him in that I don't know that, like, I feel like I do feel like people can come out and be recoverable. I feel like everything that has happened since the show had the finale is working against him. And I worry that, like, it's going to put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And I don't know that it's going to be super recoverable. I mean, he's going to go and he's going to be like, isn't he like a fitness coach or something?
Yeah,
like
something.
He like, I think he works at like a gymnastics gym and like works with kids. Great. That's fine. I hope that that's a career that works for him, but he's not going to get the Instagram followers. He's not going to get the deals. He's not going to get the commercial.
Do I care? I don't care.
No.
You care. I don't know why you care.
I'm just saying, like,
because maybe you're from God's light. I don't know. I'm
no.
Not.
Why do people? I'm just saying, like, why do people get on the shows? It's for that. And like where he thought his growth was going is not going to go. And it's like, that's going to be crushing. That's going to suck for him.
He did it, Jen.
Oh yeah. No.
He did all this shit to himself. Sure. Every single fucking problem is him. It's him. Nobody held a gun to his head or broke his arm and made him do or say or move the way that he did. And the fact that maybe it's not recoverable on the outside, fuck off. I don't care. I don't care because I don't like him. And it sucks. Dude, this is the bed now that you have to lay in because you have made that bed.
Yeah, I'm just saying the consequences. I don't think he realized. I'm not saying that it's okay or that it's not okay or that we should all forgive him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's the schadenfreude of watching him learn the lessons, watching him deal with the consequences of his actions. I'm just going to be like, oh.
He's not learning anything, boo. He's not learning anything.
I think it's going to hurt, though.
Look at that home. He's not learning anything.
Maybe not.
No, ma'am. We watched for 6 weeks or 8 weeks people around him trying to show him, teach him, educate him, tell him. All those people got kicked off or said, he gaslit them or did this love bombing bullshit. And no, he didn't. We watched it for 2 months. He's not going to learn. No, I don't care.
There's also this thing, and I've talked about before, like there is a phrase that shows up on any of these shows, any of these dating shows, where if someone says it's going to be you and me against the world, I go, nope, it's doomed. It's doomed and it's bad. If you are doing that, somebody is fucked up, right? And I think he said that to her. And I was just like, oh, and I feel like they're going to come out and they're going to be like, well, we're going to try. And it's like, everyone's against us. And that's going to push them closer together for a little bit.
Sure.
But yeah, no, it's doomed to fail.
Yes. And Zack and Kayda is doomed to fail because Zack cannot not dip his little wick into anybody's ink. He just can't. He's not going to. I mean, he was in an enclosed, controlled environment, and he still acted like that. He still acted like that in a controlled fucking bubble.
He was talking about what would be available to him outside the villa when they were deep in the villa. He was already thinking about what's out there.
Right. No. Not going to act any differently.
He was like, I don't want to have sex with you because, like, I don't know if I want to be intimate because what if we get intimate and then what's going to happen outside? He won't say he's the boyfriend.
Because he won't say he's the boyfriend. Nope. Sorry. Doomed to fail. No, ma'am, no. Are you watching Kenzie on Call Her Daddy at all?
I saw a couple clips of it. You sent me one.
Yeah. I really am disappointed, Alex Cooper, that she is the first one. No, I don't like her. I don't like her.
Kenzie?
Yeah.
Or Alex Cooper?
I don't. Both, actually. But why is Kenzie the first one on there? No. It should have been Trinity. Trinity should have been the first one on there, or Aniya.
Well, no, I think
Kenzie.
Maybe. I think also they're going to align better with Alex Cooper's audience. But, I mean, they'll all get on there eventually. Kenzie was just out earlier and available earlier. Takes time to edit the podcast.
Terrible. Terrible.
I find myself charmed by Kenzie. I think she's been the most receptive to critique and to like being called out. And I appreciated that. Well, like the one thing that keeps coming up that I really liked, not that Kenzie's perfect. Kenzie's far from perfect. She's got a lot of growing up to do, but she's also like what, 22, 23?
Yeah.
There is hope for Kenzie as far as I'm concerned. But when Parmita had like called her out on the After Sun and she was like, you said that you loved me and I don't know why you would say that because you didn't. And it was like, everyone was just trying to say goodbye amicably and she was just Kenzie, I think, was just trying to smooth everything over and make her feel better and be like, listen, I think you're great. Like, and then she's like, you're right. I don't love you. I shouldn't have said those words. I was just trying to comfort you, but that's a word I shouldn't have said. And I was like, if you're Parmita, also, does anybody love each other? Like,
no,
friendship-wise after this short amount of time? Maybe, but like not Parmita. She wasn't there that long, and they were butting heads, and it's like no one really loves each other. And so when someone says that, you don't take it as the actual semantics of the word.
Yeah,
there's not deep love for you. She's just trying to be nice to you in that moment. Why are you throwing that back in her face?
Because they don't like each other. That's why. Because they don't like each other.
No, she could have been standoffish and bitchy, and she wasn't. She was trying to, like... Mostly, they'll never see each other again. But, I don't know. Parmita, I was kind of a fan of. Because at least she kind of stood on business, and at least she was, like, upfront about who she sees herself as. It's like, yeah, I know I'm good looking, and I do this, and we have this in common, and blah, blah, blah. And then after Sun... it like fell apart for me, and then everything that she's done since it has fallen apart for me. And I was like, I was just kind of starting to think you were okay. Yeah. And then this is for me how she's been handling herself. I'm like, oh no, not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Did you see where Alex confronted Kenzie about? I guess there's some audio or video after they got out of the villa.
That's the one you sent me.
Oh, with Melanie, calling it the Melanie show.
Yeah.
No, she's a liar. She absolutely said it was the Melanie show. She absolutely does not think Melanie is her best friend. She absolutely was talking trash about Melanie. That is the real Kenzie right there. Right there. When she's talking trash about Melanie.
Yeah, I think she was talking shit. I think both things are true, though. I think she was talking shit about her friend, but I don't think she meant it as harshly as, like, that one clip got boiled
Jennifer, stop it. Stop. No. Everything is not a middle ground. I love you, but everything is not a middle ground.
I don't think everything's a middle ground.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. I'm whatever about that thing. That part of it. And the screen time conversation, has she rewatched it? Has everybody rewatched it?
I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe.
So what does she know about the screen time? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
I think she got caught talking shit.
I'd agree, and I love it. Is that it? Oh, can we talk about one more thing with Love Island?
Of course.
The money. They did not do the money properly. No. Where they each pull a card, and the card says $100,000 or zero, and they can either share it with their partner or they can keep the whole thing, right? Did you do this experiment for love or for money? And they each got $50,000. I am upset. I'm upset. I didn't love it. What's the purpose? What are we saving ourselves from? What are we doing? Like, I don't like it at all. You didn't prep us for it. You didn't give us a heads up and say, just so everybody knows, we're not doing that this year.
Well, remember how everyone was like, if Melanie wins, we hope she takes all the money. Thank God Melanie didn't win.
We wanted to see that. We wanted to see that. Right. But you take that little bit away from us. Not a fan. Not a fan, Love Island. I don't like that.
Do you know what I want? I want the main couple to get $100,000, and then I want the second place couple to get $50,000, and I want the third place couple, and then I want them to have to, and then they have to all, like, multiple couples get to do the for love or for money. Because I love that part that we missed out on. Yeah. I want to see it for all of the couples.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, but how much?
I guess so.
See,
I know. I think it should be like $100,000. And then like 1,500, and then $50 or something like that.
And an Arby's gift card.
Right. No, that would be amazing.
Okay, so new shows. I just started Love is Blind, the new one.
Okay.
And I'm making Matt watch it with me.
Okay.
And it is already, they've shown like a bunch of the people that are going to get it.
Okay.
On the show, and they've shown the first, sorry, I don't know what that was. They've shown the first 3 couples getting married.
Okay.
And it's a wild ride already. It's fun to watch.
Okay.
Do you ever watch Love is Blind?
I have watched it. I haven't watched it in a couple years, but I have watched it before. Me neither. Yeah.
Me neither, but I'm back on the train, and I already am like, I only like one of the couples.
Okay.
I only like one of the couples. And then the other of the 3 that we've seen get married. And the other 2, I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking? Which is fun because I feel like that's what this show is.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's talk about our
something
gem.
Fun and fanciful.
I mean, I don't know if I would describe it as fun and fanciful.
Okay. Compared to splashing around in the gutter with the valley.
More fun. Yeah. And there was no weird food stuff.
Let me have my hyperbole. Damn it. Fun and fanciful.
You got it, girl. Boat show, Below Deck Mediterranean.
Oh, Lord, blessed be.
Okay, so we are dealing with the aftermath. What did he call him? The bunker?
Spunker. That when Nathan finally found out what happened, he went up to Luke and said, I'm going to call you the bunker spunker.
Yeah. So the timeline goes so Jen knew that this had happened. She never did shit about it. Jen always
told
knew.
Kat knew.
Told Kat. How long did Kat know? Did Kat know from like the first day of like, she knew from when she was like, did you change the sheets?
The morning of, she knew.
Was it the morning or the evening?
I think it was the morning of, because they were doing laundry. She goes, I haven't seen them come in yet.
I thought she checked in the evening. It doesn't actually matter. So
doesn't matter.
So Jen knows and Kat knows.
Yes.
And Kat is my little queen.
Yeah.
Jen knows and sleeps in it for 3 days, and then he gets sick. Can we have a dialogue about, did he get sick from the jizz? Did he get sick from it? From amoebas in the bed?
Probably. I don't know. We need someone to weigh in and let us know. But he gets sick. Poor guy.
No.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But Joe is the one that makes that connection about hygiene.
So they all go
Nathan.
to dinner.
Yes.
The dinner from fucking hell, which we'll get into in a minute.
Yes.
No, let's just get into it now. Dinner from hell. So they had Jen, one of the nights, had stayed up super late to try and talk to Luke, who is Joao.
Yes.
He cannot, like, have a clean break.
Yes.
And she's like, yeah, there's no more triangle. And he's like, yeah, I think we should, like, pump the brakes. And she's like, yeah, that's fine because there's no more triangle. Like, she thought she sealed the deal.
Yeah, because we saw part 1 and part 2 of that conversation, right, where she stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning because he was doing bridge duty. And he was like, I'm going to pump the brakes. And she said, right, because there's no triangle. And I was watching, like, they did a couple close-ups of her face. That poor girl was so tired.
So tired.
Her face was whacked out. She was not
her
processing.
Hair was all crazy.
Right. She was not processing. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. She'd probably stayed up for like 24 hours or something like that. She's not processing what was happening.
Working
you
her
could
ass off.
see it on her face.
Yes.
And then the next morning, she's so happy because she's like, we had this talk. We're not in a love triangle. It's just him and I. He's going to concentrate on me. And as viewers, you're going, oh, God. That's not
really what he said, but he also didn't correct you or make it clear.
That's absolutely right. Yes.
And his justification is that he doesn't want to have the hard conversation mid-charter.
I'm so sorry, sir, but that's just you saving yourself from something uncomfortable, but you can sleep with her, right? You have no problem having sex with her. Absolutely. It's a problem for me. The man is a gigantic red flag.
And then he gets he like ropes Nathan and Aisha into it. And he's like, can you guys help make sure that I sit down? Like, I'm trying to do this thing. And Nathan and Aisha are like, we love. Yes, amazing. It's so cute. You guys will be so cute together.
Yep.
And
yeah, they put Luke and Joy at the end of the table, and Jen is at the other end of the table, just
at the head
shooting daggers right back at them. Like, oh God, if looks could kill, they would be dead.
Because it's like she's been slapped in the face with dead fish, right? Like she's like, this is
what's
the
happening.
Opposite of what my understanding was. Mm-hmm. What the fuck?
Yep.
And so then when I think she like pulls Luke aside and they have that conversation, and he's such a fucking dick to her.
Oh, he gaslights her. He weaponizes her feelings. He makes himself the victim. He was so mean. He was mean to her. And all she was doing was trying to understand what was going on.
Yeah. And he makes it like her fault.
Yep.
And she's like, listen, I'm not Team Jen, but Luke was the asshole here.
Oh, and she was 100% correct. She's like, this man's almost 40 and he's talking to me like this. This is, what are we doing here?
It was crazy how he starts getting really shitty with her.
Yep.
And she's like, well, I'm going to talk to Jen. Or I'm going to talk to Joy.
And he's like, are you threatening me? What is that, a threat? Like,
yeah, kind of. I mean, she's like, oh, you're going to be an asshole? I'll show you.
Wow.
And is she wrong?
No, she's not wrong. Like,
could you take the high road and not participate? Sure. I don't think that's her vibe.
No. But also, maybe would you want to know if you're Joy? Like, would you want to know?
I don't think Joy wanted to know.
I don't think Joy's a whole nother bird. Like, she's a different breed, baby. I
love her.
Psychotic and the devil, and I would want to know. So,
I mean, Joy knows that they kissed, and that was enough for her to know.
Right.
But then he's like slowly inching back in, and she's like, maybe I'm gonna because he's so hot and he's charming, right?
Yes. Very scary.
So if she didn't know, she would have probably forgiven him and like if Jen had taken, I'm saying take the high road, but if Jen had decided like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to wash my hands of this and move on and never speak of it.
Yeah.
That would have probably been not great for Joy in the long run.
Right. That's what I mean by does she need to know? But Luke tells Joy before Jen tells Joy.
Mm-hmm.
And wow. Wow. Joy, right, I don't even know what to say. She was unhappy. She didn't, make a scene or do anything. No. She was unhappy. She just kind of went, bleh. That's what you are. You're gross.
I love her for doing
You're just
that.
Gross. Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, I'm done, basically, to his face, and was like, no.
And then she gets up and Jen is like, I need to talk to you. And Jen, I guess, doesn't know that Joy just found out, but Joy doesn't want to talk to Jen.
Right.
But she's like, okay, thank you. All right. And then Jen's like, and your dress is so soft. She's like, okay, thank you.
But I love that Joy kind of stood up for Jen a little bit with the conversation with Luke where she was like, so you had sex with her and then you just drop her? Then that's what you do to her after you sleep with her? What is wrong with you? Like, I really like her calling that. She didn't have to do that. Yeah. She doesn't have to think that, That's really like frontal lobe man thinking. I really liked it a lot.
No, I love Joy.
Love Joy.
Joy's like, she was on Watch What Happens Live. I did not watch the whole thing. I've just seen clips of it, but she's on with Kaylee.
Yes.
And at one point, Andy Cohen's like, are you two both perfect? Like, where did you two come from?
100%.
And they're great. They're so great. They're such a step above in this season. Yes. Some of the crew. Right. Is such a step above. I sent you that video of Aisha from like her first season.
Yes.
So you can see it's like she's progressed.
Oh, 100%. Definitely matured, grown up, more professional. But Joy's saying, look, I'm here for my food. I'm here for my job. A lot of almost everybody, they don't have that recognition. They're not saying that, right? They're here for their boat romances and these little side hustles that they're doing. But Joy is very professional, really good at her job.
Yeah.
I just love that about her. Oh my God.
She's so good.
Was it Luke that told Aisha that he had slept with Jen? Is that how that played out? I can't remember.
No, Jen told Aisha and she was like, hey, Jen was like, so I see what you guys are doing.
Yes.
Are you aware that he and I slept together?
Yes, that's right.
And Aisha was like, oh, fuck. I want nothing to do with this.
Yes.
Like not participating. That sucks. And I thought Aisha was a kind boss in that moment.
Oh, yeah.
She's but like, I don't know how.
I'll take off. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, I'm going to I'm done. And then Jen decides on the drive back to go nuclear. How do you say it? Nuclear. Jen drops a bomb.
So Jen is in the van with Cooper and Kat, and Cooper goes to the back seat, sits between them.
To be kind and sweet.
And he puts his hand on both of their knees and their legs and kind of is wrapping around both of them. Oh, heart. I love him so much. I love him. And then she's just like, I have to tell you something. Tells Cooper. And he's like, you shouldn't have told me that.
Cooper is horrified. And Cooper doesn't want to know this.
He doesn't want to know. Cooper is horrified. Know. Yeah.
And that puts Cooper in such a weird fucking place.
I know.
And
poor
so
little
the
guy.
next day, he tells Joe,
because he can't live with it. He's like, I have this thing I have to tell you. I don't know what to do about it. Yes.
No, and I think he did exactly the right thing.
Absolutely. Right.
Because you know what? Joe's a higher up.
Yep.
Just move it up the chain.
Yep. And it makes Joe's responsibility to where it goes from here. Yeah.
And Joe's also Nathan's friend, even though they're on like a rocky place right now. So he goes and tells Nathan. And Nathan kind of like is shocked but like laughs. But they're about to go on charter, and, like, as time progresses, he, like, calls Luke out a couple times, and Luke is, like, deer in headlights. Luke goes after Joe, and he's like, why did you didn't have to tell him that.
Right.
And Joe's like, 100% it's a hygiene issue.
Yes.
And he's like, but I washed the sheets. And it's like, yeah, but he
washed
has a
the
right
sheets
to know. 3
days later.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I've decided that that's what made Nathan sick. Which also,
absolutely.
There's other, do I have the science? No. But there's consequences to this, which is Nathan was sick and he didn't go see his kid.
Yeah.
Which Gail is having a rough time.
Poor Gail. That's so hard.
She's all by herself.
24/7
with this baby.
In a different country. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't know anybody, doesn't know anything, and is stuck by herself alone. Poor Gail.
Matt and I talked about that. I was kind of curious. I get what Nathan is thinking.
Yeah.
However,
he went to dinner.
And Matt's like, you put on a mask, you go, you do the dishes. You can
wash your hands.
You can cuddle the mom.
You don't
like,
right. Maybe you don't touch the baby. Yeah. No, I agree with you. I
think it's first time dad jitters.
Sure.
I think Nathan is the kind of dad that Luke needs to be. But
Absolutely.
I think it's just like he's a little mixed up.
Yep. No, I
like
agree.
His prioritization. And I'm not really I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a different way he could have handled that.
Yes.
But
yeah,
I'm not even that mad at him about it.
I know. It's kind of whatever.
But fucking Luke then going and being like pissy at Joe. And then I think it ends up like gets shitty with Cooper about it.
Oh, yeah.
And
yep.
Here's the problem is that Luke is 100% in the wrong.
Yes.
Jen's also in the wrong because she participated.
Yes.
And knew about it.
Yes.
And also does the laundry.
Yep. Didn't make a special effort to go change those sheets.
And maybe Kat was doing the laundry, but she knew that had happened.
Yes.
And was it mainly Luke's responsibility? The second that Luke doesn't take care of that responsibility, you do it, and then you can throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
But because she was like, I can't wait for Luke to fuck me again after the next charter, I'm going to let Nathan lay in this.
Yeah.
If Luke gets fired over it, she needs to get in trouble too.
No, she definitely needs to get in trouble.
Is my feeling.
Yeah.
And I think Kat is going to be saved by the grace of the fact that she's like the lowest tier of stew and like it's a weird fucking situation. So watching Nathan get angrier and angry about it and then like kind of yell at him a couple times and Luke's like puppy face. Has no one ever yelled at Luke before?
I know, right? Right. I'll go back again. You know, you're the one that did this because someone told on you. That someone is not the bad guy. You are the bad guy. You did this, dude. Who cares who told? Who cares who was talking? It doesn't matter that people were talking. You did something wrong. Bad.
There were so many opportunities to fix that, and he didn't.
Yes. So gross. So terrible. And then him acting just, Cooper couldn't handle it. He just kind of walked away from him. And then Luke really wasn't doing his job correctly. He was having problems.
No, he fucked up that whole charter. Like, not that he messed up the charter, but he wasn't consistent. He wasn't on the ball.
Yeah.
Remember the tiny little chairs? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm frustrated at Luke. And I was so excited when he first got on because he was so hot. And now
I know
he's just like the number one villain of the show. So next week we see Nathan he tells Sandy.
Yes.
And Sandy's face, she's going to take this super serious.
Yeah.
I had told you I wanted to talk to you about Sandy back in the day.
Yeah.
Because you're new to Below Deck. You haven't been watching for years and years. So, like, Sandy has been a captain for a long time, and there used to be a chief stew named Hannah. And Hannah was a little messy.
Hannah got fired. Isn't that right?
Hannah
That's
got
all I know
fired.
about Hannah. She got fired.
By Captain Sandy.
Okay.
So there was I don't know if she was a deck stew or she was just deck crew.
Okay.
But she and Hannah had both, like, they've been on multiple seasons.
Okay.
And Hannah was having issues with her stews. Like, they weren't really getting along.
Okay.
Hannah was difficult to, she was cold.
Okay.
And she would also kind of break the rules sometimes. And she didn't mind confrontation. And so she was actually bunked up with Malia.
Okay.
And Malia, her boyfriend, ended up coming and visiting her between charters one time. And it happened to be when a chef went home.
Okay.
Captain Sandy is the captain of this boat. Captain Sandy is like, you are a chef, boyfriend. Would you like to finish out the season with us? We've got like 2 or 3 more charters. Could you finish the season as our chef? Like, this would be a lifesaver. Boyfriend says yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Great. He's going to get on the boat. Malia's like,
no, thank you.
We are a couple.
Oh,
we are established.
Okay.
I want to room with my boyfriend. How about you go room with your stews?
Okay.
And Hannah's like, no, I don't get along with my stews. And just because your boyfriend's here doesn't mean I have to move my whole room.
Okay.
To be with you. I don't want to do that.
Okay.
All right. Well, Malia is like, well, we are a couple, so we should be able to be in the same room. Ends up going to Captain Sandy, and Sandy's like, yeah, that makes sense. Go ahead, and she can move. That's not a big deal, because she doesn't know about all the dramas.
Okay.
She's not a fan of Hannah.
Sandy
is not a fan of Hannah.
Okay.
And she's comes down kind of hard. She's a little shorter with Hannah. This is years ago.
Okay.
She's very quick to be critical of Hannah. Hannah also hooked up with a guest on charter.
Oh, whoops.
So,
oh, shit.
Yeah. So, like, it's messier.
Okay.
And, like, we see it. We don't see the hookup, but we hear it.
Oh,
so
Lord.
Hannah, like, I don't think it was this season, but, like, there was a super hot, like, friend of the primary.
Okay.
And he had like been flirting with her, and she'd been flirting with him, and they had been talking about stuff. And it's like the end of the night, and she like goes and knocks on the door, and she was like, oh, I was just checking to see if you needed anything else. And he was like, oh, yeah, could you come in and help me with this? And then they shut the door, and you hear them very loudly kissing.
Okay.
And who knows what else.
Okay.
And everyone's like, but at the time, the captain, I don't remember what season. It could have been the same season. I don't know. So anyway, Malia's pissed. Or Hannah's pissed because now Malia's going to get it. Mm-hmm. Hannah has to move rooms. And Malia, as they're changing rooms in the middle of the night, takes a picture of a Valium prescription.
Oh.
And a weed pen.
Oh, shit.
Now, if you are going to be working on these charters, working on these boats, the medication has to be seen and signed off on. Mm-hmm. And all substances that you bring on have to be seen and signed off on. And that is just protocol. That's just what happens. That's not like this is the first time she's ever dealt with it. Mm. Hannah has been very open and honest about her issues with anxiety.
Okay.
And has talked openly about it in seasons before and has been working through it. We've watched her have panic attacks and get support with that. Okay. So anyway, in the middle of the night, Malia, and this is like an arranged photo, but it looks like a candid photo, but it's not. It's an arranged photo. She takes a picture of it and sends it to Captain Sandy.
Oh, biscuits.
So the next morning, Captain Sandy calls Hannah up and goes, hey, what's going on with this? Do you have these? And Hannah's like, yep, I do. And she's like, do you have a prescription for the Valium? And she's like, yes, I actually do. I can get you the prescription. And she's like, okay, but you didn't follow protocol, and this could affect our safety on the boat because I don't know that this is in your system. You're fired. And Hannah gets fired.
Okay.
And apparently there is now a lot of discourse about who was right and who was wrong in that situation, and whose side are you on.
And why is this coming up now is what I want to know.
I think it's because of, one, Hannah has married Rich and is living her best life and is about to be, I don't know if she's going to be on this season, but she is going to be a charter guest on one of the Below Deck seasons, but I don't know which one.
Stop it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. As a guest. Oh my God.
Okay.
And then also Captain Sandy, because Captain Sandy right now is like a queen, and they're like, look at back when she was messier. Because she was like a little bit thrilled to have a reason to quit or to fire Hannah. And I am team everyone's an asshole.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
I think everybody fucked up. I think Hannah fucked up for not disclosing her medication and put herself in a shit position. And I think Malia is an asshole to actively try and get someone fired because you wanted to room with your boyfriend. Yeah. You don't get to throw everybody's room, their tiny little room that sucks anyway. Yeah. And you're going to force somebody to move all their shit right at the end because you want to fuck your boyfriend? No. Because you could have just gone to the, you could have borrowed one of the nicer beds occasionally. Yeah. Ben did it all fucking season. People do it all the time. You would have been fine. So anyway, I don't know. Whose side are you on?
Oh, I think I'm on Hannah's side. I would not be on Malia's side, but I'm on Hannah's side. And I never even watched it, just based on what you said. Never even watched it. So yeah, I can pick a lane.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So,
that's amazing. I hope she's on this. This would be amazing.
I know, me too. I
especially with Sandy.
I know. Could you fucking imagine?
Stop. Yeah. That would be so sweet.
Oh, so yeah, I just love Below Deck. Okay. I just love this show. It's so nice because even at our grossest, worst situation in this show right now, it's still an easier.
Oh, it's so easy.
It's so much easy.
It's so easy to wonderful to watch. It's so wonderful. I mean, I was taking down. I was taking down what they were saying during the show. Like I said, I wrote this down. Kat says, "I'm sick of hearing his name. It rhymes with puke." Like that shit's funny. It's just funny. I love that stuff. She is a delight. And Joe said, when he's explaining it to Nathan, he says, "There's a man's deposit in your bed." That's just the funniest way of saying it. I love that so much. It makes me happy.
What? The fact that Jen made sure that everyone would know and it gets like around the boat.
Yes.
Means that Nathan had to know. If Jen never said anything, hypothetically, should Nathan ever be told?
Yes.
I mean, let's pretend that it's not going to be shown to him on TV later. Would it be better if Nathan just never found out about it?
No, he needs to know.
He needs to know.
He needs to know.
He needs to know.
Do not tell me you are a flip-flopper and you're going to be like, no, it's fine if he doesn't know. And this is the decision you make?
No. I'm just like, if I'm Nathan, do I want to know that I laid in that bed? Like, would I want to live the rest of my life not knowing that I did that? That someone did that to me?
No.
Is ignorance bliss? You're saying no.
No, it's not bliss.
I don't know. I think about it a lot because it upsets me so much to think like to find out after the horror of finding out after 3 days that I laid in that.
3 days.
And Nathan's the only one that's sick.
3 days. Oh, yep, Nathan's the only one that's sick, right? And it's not like he's at home with his child, for a month straight and then comes on the boat, right, and gets sick from his kid, right? His kid doesn't go to daycare. His kid's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of the time we can blame it on our kids bringing home dirty diseases from...
This is a brand new baby.
Yeah. No. It definitely was the sheets.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. We saw the stain. We saw it. And then poor Kat, she's like, which one is the sheets in here? Like, I was just retching. She has to reach down and touch them and put them in the washer. Like,
why is Kat washing them?
God, that's true too.
Well, because Nathan's like, no, I'm sick. Nathan's trying to protect Luke because he's sick. He's like,
know.
I don't want you to touch these and get sick.
I know. Luke's like, I'll just change your sheets, bud. No,
sweet new dad. Sweet new dad. What a dad move, Nathan. Oh, no, I don't want you to touch these. I don't want you to get sick. Oh,
3 days.
Luke. I hope Luke gets, I don't know. I hope he gets fired.
I want him to get fired. I don't want to watch that.
It's never going to get better.
No.
It's only going to get worse. Captain Sandy, what are you going to do? Can they live without another deckhand? I don't know.
Probably not.
I mean, Joe and Nathan are such a dream team.
They are, maybe. But poor Cooper is just bumbling around in the dark. Yeah.
He's too new.
I know.
He's ready to learn, though. Cooper's a better worker than Luke is.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. He would know the difference between those beach chairs and an actual chair.
Here's my thing. Here's my terror. As the flip-flopper, I love Cooper and Kat so much. I'm really nervous. I need Cooper to be good all season. Cooper, please be good all season.
I think he's going
Remember
to.
He was talking about his mom's rules for dating?
Oh my God, I know.
And how to be a gentleman.
I know.
And then he's like so sweet. He was like, oh, Jen's upset. And so he sits back there with Jen.
I know.
Okay.
Wow.
Look at us, under 2 hours.
What are we going to watch now that Love Island is over every single day?
I think we should watch Love is Blind.
Okay.
All right. It's a fun season.
Okay.
And I think we'll hit all the weddings. If you watch last week's and this week's, it's on Peacock.
Okay.
We'll get all the weddings out of the way.
Am I only 3 behind?
You're only 1 behind.
Oh, 1 behind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because the next one's coming out this week sometime.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I think. Or maybe it's only already come out. Maybe it was a Monday thing and I already watched it.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay.
You'll like it.
No, I love Love is Blind. I've watched it before. I don't even remember why I stopped. Maybe Love Island or something.
Because we get busy.
Yeah.
Got stuff going on. We got lives. We got jobs. Except for me.
Oh.
Ooh, I'll get a job. It's going to happen. It's a bad market right now, guys. It's rough.
It has nothing to do with you because you're a lovely, wonderful, big-boobed person. Wonderful. You're welcome.
Unfortunately, I can't write that on my resume because I'm not looking for the kind of jobs where big boobs are going to help me at all.
I understand that. But the more we talk about it, the
bigger they get.
The bigger they get, the less weird it is that we bring it up. This is just normalized now. It's amazing.
And this is why my dad doesn't listen anymore.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
That's not true. It's because Traders isn't on yet. When Traders comes back on, Traders is coming back in the fall. We'll watch it then.
Yes, that's very true.
All right. Well, thanks for doing podcast with me. I love you so bad.
I love you so much.
And we love all of you at home or at work or at the gym or walking around.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.